of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Gheal. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Michael.
Yes?
It's been a while since I've said Michael.
It's been a while, yes.
It's been a while. I'm really excited.
I think I know what you're excited for.
Why am I excited?
Well, I think we just got our very own custom minis printed. Yes. We want to thank Max Manley. That is his real name, and it is awesome.
Is he a superhero?
Probably. He gave us minis, so he's super in my eyes.
Thank you, Max.
Yeah, and he's over at MTM Printworks, and they provided us our very own minis. We got Force, Agenar,
Azorith, Etterath, Fibbers is there.
and last but not least, we do have Quidina. I was curious as to why Jacob wanted Quidina printed, so we shall see. But MTM Printworks, it's a local Vancouver 3D printing service. They focus primarily on fantasy figures, and Max and his team can also provide a painting service. So
really?
Yeah, if you're kind of too lazy to paint.
That's great to know. Yeah.
So if you're too lazy or you can never get the eyes right, hit up Max at MTM Printworks, and they'll get you your minis printed and painted.
Get you your Printworks. I heard it.
Yeah,
You're that excited.
In the earlier, in the social post that you'll see later, my voice crackling. But I could do overs.
I am gonna hit up Max Manley over at MTM Printworks for some bigger miniatures for monsters down the track. So
don't tell me.
I can't tell you. I'm gonna
but
have to go
you guys
directly to
can
him.
check them out on Instagram at MTM Printworks or their website www.mtmprintworks.ca.
That's Instagram at MTM Printworks or their website www.mtmprintworks.ca.
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. My salacious cysts twist my mists. I'm Jacob Machin. That's Caleb Dowdall.
Hello.
How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay. That one hurt. My ears.
I don't care. We're here with Hercules Mays.
Hello.
Michael Briganti.
That was very loud. I agree with Caleb.
Luke Sykes.
Hello.
Danielle Butlin.
Hi.
Luke Sykes with a mouthful of fudge.
It's fudgy.
We were talking about conspiracy theories. I don't know if we've spoken about our favorite conspiracy theories.
These are conspiracy theories? I thought these were real.
We're talking about truths. We're unlocking
Our beliefs.
truths.
Our core beliefs.
To do with
Pulling
everything.
back the curtain on the lies the government tells us.
Yeah. Does anyone have a favorite conspiracy theory or a ridiculous conspiracy theory or one that does actually make you think?
I have a fun conspiracy theory story, which is that I was at an audition, was asked to share a conspiracy theory. And I was like, oh, the COVID's already here. And like a week later, the whole place shut down.
Oh, wow.
I was like,
Shit.
yeah, that was a fun one.
Is that because you had just gotten over it? You had just finished with COVID and you were like, I'm going to go to this audition.
No. Like it was like before any of it. It was in
January,
February, right before March.
I did think originally it was like not a conspiracy, but I remember because I'd be quite active on Reddit, and when it was like very, very first like breaking out, and I remember talking to my housemate, and he was like, "Caleb, like this is going to be big, like everything's going to go blah blah blah, and everyone's going to shut down and it's spreading so fast," and I was like, "Dude, you are insane." Like he sounded like a crackpot because it was like the very, very like this is before Christmas of when it like hit, like
wow.
there was like I was just reading a Reddit post about it. Like that was all I'd seen ever about it. And then Corey was like, "No, it's gonna be huge." I was like, "You are a fucking conspiracy theory nut." And he was right.
There were a lot of people early on, not early on, but when the big, like, lots of deaths started happening in United States and Italy and those sorts of places, and in China, that were like, you hear about all these deaths, but no one knew anyone that knew anyone that knew anyone that died. So they're like, so where are these deaths? Like, what exactly are these deaths?
There's a lot of people in the world.
Yeah, exactly. So
my conspiracy theory is that we are a computer-generated sort of AI program.
Is this a theory you have? Or
It's a simulation theory.
This is your favorite theory?
Both.
Okay.
That's his favorite.
Self-manufactured, but also supported. Yeah.
No. It's one that's out there where it's, it's kind of like the Matrix thing, but it's like we are. I feel like we are an AI simulation that is creating a universe because it's like, oh, how was the universe created? Let's posit the Big Bang, and every time we like create
Get to a point,
like a computer program, which is like they create this Big Bang program, everything happens. Oh, what happened with all the particles in the Earth and the planets? I think we're one of those.
So you've hit on the start of a philosophical discussion, like a popular one, which is the simulation theory, which basically is like, if we can create the technology to basically simulate life, then the odds that we are already in that simulation is very, very high.
Yeah.
Because basically you don't know how many layers deep you already are in that simulation. So we create a simulation, and then there's people in that simulation who create people in that simulation. And so if it exists and can be possible, the odds are we're already in it.
Well, and then if you think about as well, like what we conceptualize as a computer, something that can compute, or like
our brains
simulate
are
our brains could potentially be quantum computers, you know.
There was a Kyrgyzstan video that was out 2 days ago called "You're a Dream of the Universe," according to science, and it explores the idea that we are a dream of the universe. The universe, once it expands all the way, and there's more dark matter and dark material than actual or light material, then the possibility of other beings or other consciousnesses being manifested or being created is very likely and scientifically possible / probable that we are not our bodies. We are just consciousnesses making sense of it all by creating what we're creating right now. Yeah.
You just reminded me of another one that I had at school with our friends, was that there was only one alternate universe, and every time you fell asleep, they woke up.
Oh, that's fun. That's very
and every
fun.
time they fell asleep, you woke up.
That's very fun.
There's isn't there a movie that's kind of about that, but not really?
Is there? Because if not, delete this.
No. Well, it's not quite that, but it's like it's more to do with work and home, I think.
Oh yeah,
so it's like,
Severance.
Well,
the series Severance, yeah.
So good. That's probably the best show I've watched in the last.
Well, there's
couple
that Black Mirror episode where they're like they're up in space and they're like traveling like really, really far.
Oh, that's from the new season?
Yeah, and then they have essentially like an android persona back on Earth that they kind of like
Spoilers.
Well, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm just going to say the premise. They wake up, they like do their job on the space station or whatever,
and then they
it's
get
like
to inhabit
half-hour
their
day.
android body.
They take time, they do whatever their checks are, and then their time off is essentially they go into like this little chamber and then like transfer consciousness into like this like robot and have like their at-home life.
Interesting.
It's kind of like a weird immersive sort of FaceTime.
Yeah, but it's like a real, but they're like
FaceTime
synthetic,
2.0.
they're like robots.
Yeah.
But, I was just like, well, but also like, why didn't they just put the robots up in space?
Yeah.
After I was like, oh, that was a pretty good episode. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, this is the problem. All this Black Mirror.
All the drama in that episode could have been avoided.
Black
if
Mirror
they just had the robots in space.
Black Mirror episodes have a half-life that fits perfectly with their hour or hour and a half, because if you take apart any of those worlds more than what is presented to you,
I mean, if you take apart our real world as a third-party viewer, I can guarantee you're going to find a lot of that.
The simulation's flawed.
like what? What do you think's odd? Gravity?
Well, Danielle doesn't believe in money. Which is fair. It's a social construct.
It is. It's entirely invented.
We have literal particles that behave differently when they're being observed versus when they're not. Like, that's a real thing.
Seems accurate. We're all made of the same stuff. Yet why can't I pass through this can if my atoms touch those?
Yeah.
I mean, hypothetically, there is a tiny chance that whenever we interact with anything, that all of our atoms perfectly line up, that we would face.
That'd be
something.
fun. Imagine that happening once.
Just one time.
That was in the new Flash movie, wasn't it?
Something like that. I know, but like that is like
straight through the door.
Hypothetically, that is like a potential thing that like
Exactly. So
like
hypothetically, magic is possible. It's just like a skill.
Well, in skullduggery, that's what manipulation of elements is you find what's called the spaces in between. So I push against the air and I find where the atoms hit each other, and if I push them correctly, I can move a can across the room because
Isn't
I'm
that
pushing the
basically
atoms
like
properly.
also like the same things like alchemy? It's like you're turning one thing into another thing. It's just like
Rearranging the molecules.
yeah, it's just more
Old
like
school
science, bro.
chemistry.
Yeah.
Right?
Midichlorians.
It's just science.
Caleb, have you got a trivia treat for us?
How about instead of a trivia treat, we have a trivia, not trivia treat, but we have a physical treat because I brought something.
an actual treat.
Podcast. We're going to do an unboxing of a box of minis.
I like these things.
Nice.
Caleb,
I'll go home.
I'm gonna let you open it.
Oh, okay.
You can treat us with the description of each one.
Pass the box.
So Caleb, there's 4 in there. You're gonna pull out the big plastic thing, and then you're gonna
You weren't gonna keep this, are you?
You're fine. And then you're gonna hand the little minis in the little plastic bag to everyone
You're
else.
such a menace. Whoa, hide them.
Where did this come from? Did you buy this?
I bought it.
You were the worst at unboxing stuff, Caleb.
It's a present from Michael
It's out
to
of the
Michael.
box already.
No, because it's for content.
Michael, is your conspiracy theory that you are everybody?
Me and Herc are everybody.
Like you Michael
Well, I mean,
is...
it's us. You're all just fixing our imagination.
What have I got in my little
Our
hand?
first mini. Maybe you could place it on the table amongst the snacks. Caleb's off mic right now, but he is placing down on the table.
Not there.
What looks to be it's a large mini. It's what is that? Is that a troll? An ogre.
Quick, give us a trivia treat about ogres.
Did you know that ogres, while they have a little bit of intelligence, if they wear something like a headband of intellect, become a lot more intelligent?
Sounds like a fact about the headband of intellect.
Well, what
monster type are ogres?
Monstrosities.
Giants.
Giant monstrosities. You heard it here, folks.
I really.
How about the next one, Caleb?
The next mini?
The next ogre fact.
and then give us a fact about that.
Yeah. I like this. I like
okay.
this.
Give us 2 truths and a fact.
Here, I'll unwrap them for you so that you can just pick them up.
Oh, these aren't the ones that we got made, are they?
No. We haven't done that yet.
This is just for fun.
I saw this guy on Star
Here
Wars.
we've got a
they're pretty
blonde
Oh.
elf with a staff who loves poetry.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Which is the lie. Yeah, look at this. Some kind of sorceress. Ooh.
Place it down.
Cool.
Herc, put a flashlight on.
What have we got here? Oh!
Your camera seriously not taking more light? Wow. Oh, they have things on the bottom.
Weird. Okay, so
What do you got?
Oh,
I thought this was some kind of
I don't know
elemental,
that. That's just Herc's fine.
but it says underneath blister coil. Weird. Is that a...
Well, yeah. What are the names of them?
that's a gruel ogre.
Gruel ogre. Why was this a strobe light? What's this one, Caleb?
Blister coil. This might be
How does
from
Mr. Coyle dance?
In Pure Silence. He is dancing.
This one, you put some music in.
Yeah, I'll cut the music. Don't worry.
They're Ravnica
And last but not
monsters.
least.
Yes, they are. Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica.
Ravnica.
Yep.
Oh, I've never seen one of these guys.
Could have read
before.
that out a bit better.
Crassus.
Krasus, I believe.
Crotus.
Crotus.
Ooh, look at these beautiful minis.
Wow.
Put the box in, Jake.
Ew, that's gross. I'm going to describe this one. It
Thank
looks
you
like,
to Wizards of the Coast
Oh, what does it look like? It looks
for
like
sending those
one of
to
the
us.
Star Wars.
Michael Briganti.
You're right. It does look like a Star Wars head.
Yeah.
A Star Wars creature, but
Yeah.
with like weird crab legs and a big pot belly. It's got a dad bod. Solid dad bod.
Put the mini
Land
back.
in
Put the
front.
mini back.
It's meant to land in front, not on your camera.
It's fine.
I'm all for the gags, but as soon as the camera gets damaged, we can reimburse you via our Patreon fund if you wish, but you can also write them
No
off.
one's gonna tell me I can't spend money on miniature monsters and
On what?
miniature monsters.
Miniature?
Yeah, miniature.
Miniature.
I have a challenge for you, Michael.
Miniature.
In Morocco, you have to find
What do you mean? I already went to Morocco. No.
D20s.
D20. I was like, oh, I wonder if I can find like at
Moroccan
least
dice?
D6s. Like I'm sure D6s probably exist, but I'll try and find a D20. Sure.
I've gotten to the point where I played so much you all know this, but I played so much D&D that like a normal D6 with dots on it trips me up. I look at it and I'm like, that doesn't look right.
It's like, oh, roll a dice. What number?
Yeah.
What number do you want me to roll?
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that.
Don't
It's,
like
it's becoming a
pips?
phobia of mine now.
Don't like pips.
Real dice.
That's what they're called.
Pips.
Pips.
Cool, blimey.
There we go. Speaking of Pip, why don't we jump into this D&D session and see what Pip's been doing this whole... No, Patreon for that. But we are going to jump in and play some da-da.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, you gifted the naked Happen a blanket and a satchel. And then you saw a giant winged creature attack the eternal eel that rests in the Great Lake. You decided to set up camp in a hollowed tree with vines, but Agenar discovered the vines were actually snakes as they dropped to the floor. You manage to clear them out with the help of your spiritual guardian. After the snakes were cleared, Etterath recognized a familiar scent, and he saw a were-boar fleeing the scene. You also discovered that Sir Elpin apparently is not the only Sir Elpin, as Happen said that one of his old friends had his own Sir Elpin. So what does that mean? I don't know. Do you know, Jake?
Yeah, I know because I'm running the thing.
Yeah. Jake knows, but you guys don't.
Should be like a code about like at the back of their neck.
Barcode,
Model
yeah.
224.
So we begin our session today with you guys setting up your camp in this hollowed tree.
Yes, as Force and Sir Alpin make their way back from investigating the boar tracks, you guys here in the hollowed out tree. Thankfully, that bullet hole that then became a head hole is now a chimney. And the smoke from inside the fire, inside the hollowed out tree is partially coiling up and heading upstream, but most of it is heading out top through that hole there. You can hear the chirping of the wildlife of the night. You can see, you can hear the footsteps of Force and Force. Yes, Force. Jeez, I thought you had a third name at this point. Of Force and Sir Alpin coming back. The clink of Sir Alpin's armor. As we get to our evening portion, you watch as Happen pulls out the ceramic harmonica and just starts to play a very quiet, mournful tune. Is there anything you guys would like to do as you bed down, as you perhaps eat, perhaps feast, and settle in for the evening before your what you hope to be your final kind of day or so's travel into Gheal Village?
So Happen.
Yeah.
You've got a harmonica that, sort of charms people,
it doesn't charm people. It just, are you finding it charming?
It's quite nice.
Yeah. Well, say I were to speak to you and ask you for something or try to trick you, I'd have an easier time doing it because of you watching me play this beautiful thing. But I wouldn't do that to friends. Wouldn't do that to friends that have looked after me. I've been making things happen for 3 decades, but that's not something I'd want to have happen.
You also have a cloak?
I do, yes.
What else do you have? What
Call
are
the cozy
things?
I believe I said it earlier today, but I've also got a nice little key that's helped me out more times than I can count. I got a pearl
Maybe
here,
I should elaborate.
large pearl here. I got a couple of books on me, some stones.
Keeps going. He just.
If you ask a question, I'm going to answer the question.
What do they do? What do the other stuff do? The pearl,
what are the other stuff done?
Yeah. What do the do of the stuff?
What do they do the stuff?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Are you all right?
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. What do you mean? What do you want to know about? And he kind of pulls out these items. You can see that one of the books is kind of silver, shiny silver, like it's been scratched a little bit, but it's got a very shiny silver front. The other one's got more of a reddy maroon front with like an old man visage, kind of with a large mustache embossed on the front there. You can see that he has a pair of what you assume are sending stones. He's got a pearl that's larger than your pearl and seems to have an arcane shine to it. Just kind of pulls it out and goes, I don't know if you've seen a pearl this big before. The beautiful ceramic harmonica, the orange reddy cloak with gold trim and purple inlay, and what looks to be just a simple skeleton key. It is kind of blackened, and I don't know if you know the Christopher Nolan's card for his movies. The what's it called? The maze thing that comes up at the front of each of his movies. I can't remember what it's called.
The Labyrinth?
Legendary Pictures, I believe. Yeah.
Legendary Pictures.
Yeah, I don't know if it's his, but it's usually his movies. There is like the key has like a maze on the head of it, and like a large kind of pronged teeth to it. And he says, it's what I left the ocean down south with, and they've come in handy more than once, but if they're going to be more handy to someone else, happy to acquiesce.
Well, the pearl and the key, what's their specific purpose?
Well, the pearl is something that'll help you refresh your arcana, and then the key itself, quite special. This key, it can transform into a dagger if you need to. It can be used instead of thieves' tools. It's good at unlocking stuff. Makes you a little bit more sneaky, and you can actually cast a couple spells from it.
Ooh.
You have to spend a lot of time with it, though.
While casting the spells, or just with the key in general?
With the key, in order to use the key, you have to
right.
kind of tune yourself to it. What do you got on you? You a purveyor of the magical items?
I don't have much. I have just what sort of is on me. I got this bag.
Oh yeah. What's the bag do?
Apparently it eats things.
Have you put anything in there?
No.
Right.
Because it eats things, so I'm not really...
Yeah.
Don't want to put anything valuable in there. I might lose it.
So I also had a friend, this is no fucking joke. When we lost Schmebble the Pebble, we ended up hooking up with a guy called Larry Descary. And he had a bag on him that would eat things. He could latch it onto enemies' arms and they'd be swallowed in there if they didn't look after themselves.
Right.
He'd also put stuff in there, but any organic stuff got eaten. And when he tried to fish stuff out of there, he had to make sure he wasn't going to get chomped. But useful, very useful.
But I'm interested in that pearl you've got.
Oh, yeah? You like pearls?
Oh, yeah. I'm sort of becoming a bit of a collector.
Are you looking to replace a pearl?
Not replace, no. What? Well, can this pearl be used as a dual-purpose pearl? Or
I believe it can, yeah. It's not a rare sort of thing. It's pretty uncommon. But, yeah, you could use this pearl to cast, identify something like that. But also, if you speak its action word, you can regain a spell slot, 3rd level or lower.
How much would you part with it for?
This kind of thing, I mean, you're looking at something that's worth a good 500 gold piece.
All right.
Was that too steep?
Just can't afford it, mate. Yeah.
Well, maybe I can hold on to it, put it on layaway for you until you got the cash for it.
Maybe.
I don't use it, to be honest.
Unless you would trade a pearl for a pearl.
What does your pearl do?
This pearl is it's very helpful with what you've got going in your life, personal things, and might confide in this pearl whenever you visit it. It comes with a friend who's sort of newer to the pearl game, but
what does it do?
Oh, they just they help you with your mental state. If you're having a hard time, you can go in there and just kind of let out all your shit, and then you'll come out feeling better.
It for therapy?
I use it to identify stuff, but mainly
it's a pearl of identification.
Yes,
well, you can do that with any pearl.
No, but this pearl is even more special. It's very nice and talkative, and it'll just help you kind of smooth out whatever.
And you're looking to get rid of it.
There's another pearl, right? if you trade for it.
Well, no, I feel like I'm getting the bum end of the deal here. This thing regains spell slots for you. Yours gives you advice, I guess. Not the same thing.
Does that pearl give you advice?
This pearl, I mean, it can. How familiar are you with pearls?
It's my first one.
The first one? Okay. So when you get your first pearl, when you update your pearl, if you hold the pearls next to each other, your old pearl can be taken into the new, fresher pearl. There'll be adjustments, and they may be a little different, but you're looking at a 1-for-1 trade. So if you were to give up your pearl, you could choose whether to keep that pearl with you or whether to go with the upgraded, how do I say this? Personality.
Right.
But again, I'm not going to part with it for nothing. I mean, you guys...
It's worth a shot.
You guys are great. Yeah, it's worth a shot. You guys are great. I'm sorry, but I mean, if I find a good reason to give it to you, you show prowess, then great. But going right now is 500 gold piece. We'll see if that changes.
How much would the key run me?
No, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I didn't realize you were part of this. The key...
I can be quiet when I want to.
Right. Well, the key's in a bit of a state right now, a bit of a good state. Let's just say you can't afford it, but... For the right reason, I'd give it away.
How about another pull?
I wasn't aware you were paying attention when I went to pee earlier. Certain things have to be taken care of.
No, from the fucking deck, you pervert.
Pull the deck?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pull the deck. Right.
Pearl necklace.
Listen, I haven't had a lot of luck with that. I knew it was a bit of a crapshoot. I'm not even sure that there's good cards in that deck there. I've only seen the one terrible card. You look like you've been having terrible cards. Yeah, you got an Alpin. I don't know. I'd need to see evidence that there's good cards in there besides the one I put in. So.
That's fair.
Right. I think so. But listen, knowing that you're interested in this key and you're interested in the pearl, I'm going to hold on to him. I'll travel with you. whenever we settle on a good deal.
I'm like a fucking junkie for these cards.
Yeah. If I see evidence that there's a good card in there, and if I can pull a good card, then I'll give it to you.
I mean, fuck it.
What are you going to do?
I will strip down to my undies.
And
I will bequeath all of my stuff to Agenar.
Oh,
I'm not going to do with a gun.
Well, thank you.
I mean, she can. I don't know if I like explode or something. She can just like give it to one of you guys.
Right. But I'll give it back. You know, after the right.
Oh, my hands just got suddenly incredibly sweaty.
The two new cards.
The
in there
one
as well?
devastating card and the one.
Oh my God, Herc!
I probably should have done this after we do the Etterath character stuff, but you know what?
As you pick this up,
Nothing
you would
ventured,
hear,
nothing gained.
you would feel the sting on your collarbone, and you would hear a voice go, "That's it, love. Give in. Pull another one of me."
Imagine.
I need to do it.
You, Force, and Alpin walk in through the fucking tree right as Etterath pulls out the deck and pulls a card. Etterath.
Say goodbye now, so Alpin, just in case.
In case what?
Great getting to know you.
I'm not sure what you're talking about here. I don't know. That one?
This one. I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. I do want this one. I do want this one.
There's a lot of excitement right now. What's happening?
Here we go. As he pulls out a card, you watch as the card shines so brightly. And as the card shines so brightly, you see what looks to be a light coming down through that chimney of smoke. And as the light comes down, it seems to hit Etterath in the chest. Etterath, as the star card dawns itself upon you, you may increase one of your ability scores by 2.
Oh, nice.
May I ask which one you're choosing?
Let me look at my stats. Let me.
That's pretty good.
Like by as in like 18 to 20 or like by plus like.
You can go up to 24. So if you've got something that's 20, you can take it up to 22.
Okay.
Can't exceed 24, yep. So you can take you can take any score you want up by 2.
I'll do.
And I would like to know how this manifests in you.
I'll do my dexterity.
Nice.
I will increase my dexterity by 2.
Beautiful. And how does that look as this star particle hits you and starts to...
I think Etterath just has this moment of complete relief and bliss that something good has happened. And he physically is standing a little taller, little lighter on his feet, rarer to go.
Excellent. Wow. That like the heavens opened up for you there.
Well, that looked not bad.
Yes. Are you itchy at all, or
no? I feel fucking great.
Well, that's good.
Can I look? Can I just take a look at his skin to see if he's still a little, if he's clammy still, or
yeah? Make a medicine or an investigation check for me.
Oh, that's a 2.
With a 2, he is still clammy, and there still is a bit of translucency to him. But in this night light, the fire, you don't just determine that there's anything dangerous going on with him. Excellent. As Etterath pulls that card. Yeah.
Sit open? You still sit open?
I believe I am, sir, yes. I wonder what would happen if they pulled another one of me.
Why don't you try and pick a card and find out?
Oh, no. Unless my liege tells me to. Unless it's going to aid him, I couldn't. You look across as Happen kind of shakes his head, looks at you, Etterath, and says, well, fuck it. Do you mind if I bequeath my belongings to you?
I will gladly accept.
Excellent.
All right, you can have these back.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you know,
boots,
symbolically
shirt,
and all.
Pants still off.
He leans the essentials. He leans down, gives baby boy a little kiss, and says, "You're gonna be okay there, baby boy. He's going to. I'll let you dish the cards out to me. He's going to bequeath all his stuff to you, Etterath. He's going to say, "Well, Schmebel, I'm coming for you, buddy. No hesitation." As he pulls the card, there is a glowing. As that glowing happens, you watch as in his hand a small golden key appears. It starts to glow brighter and brighter and brighter. And as it glows brighter and brighter and brighter, be on standby. As it grows brighter and brighter and brighter, you see it grows into a large blade. As it glows into a large blade, you see it has a scimitar-like shape to it. And as it stops glowing, it is pretty much like the weapon that What's-Her-Face uses, the Gerudo use.
Yeah. It's like a big glaive.
Yeah. No. What's-Her-Face? Ryuk.
The little one or the tall one?
Whichever one has the scimitar.
Both of them have scimitars.
Well,
are we talking about Breath of the Wild, where both of them have like double scimitars?
No, I'm talking about the single scimitar hold up electrical charge. What's her name?
The taller one's Urbosa from Breath of the Wild.
Wait, what's the little one called?
Riju.
That's what I was looking for. This scimitar appears in his hands, and he goes, "Oh, I got to tell you, this has happened more than once for us. It's a real pain. You end up with a real plethora of magical items that you just can't offload."
Well, I mean,
I thought you were collecting the magical items.
I am.
I'll gladly take it off your hands, and if you really want. If you don't want it,
what? You want a blade?
I'll take it.
Well, I mean, I took the risk. I pulled the card.
I also took a risk and pulled the card.
Yeah, but you got a sunshine sparkle. Can I have that sunshine sparkle?
I mean, I'd give it to you if I could.
Right. Here's the thing. You've all got sharp weapons. Most of you have sharp weapons. I don't really have a sharp weapon. If I hang on to it for the night, maybe, and then maybe dish it off once we get to safety. Feel a little better with steel on my hip. Well, to be fair, I don't really have a belt. You can hold on to it for now till I find a belt, and he kind of hands this scimitar over to you. Yeah. As you are given the scimitar, he says, "Well, I didn't get Schmebel back, but turns out you got some good cards in there."
It's proof that there's good.
Yeah. Thank you for indulging me. I appreciate it. I'm getting really tired. Should we crash?
Oh,
yeah, we should.
I suppose we should.
Before we go to bed, Etterath, anything we should know? What we're heading into? You know, who not to piss off, who to piss off, what those wereballs were. Should we look out for them? Other kind of were creatures, were lizards, perhaps, maybe were parrots.
There's a lot of wares. I've seen bears, bulls, wolves, tigers, rats, ravens,
spiders,
bats,
snakes.
I saw a snake once. I haven't seen a were turtle yet. No. I think I might have seen a were hippopotamus. That one was fairly unclear.
You remember a were sloth by the name of Sammy?
Where's
He was your bud.
I didn't have any friends.
He thought you were his bud.
So what I'm getting at
he died years ago.
Or so it is alleged.
As we're going into this village.
No, it's great. I don't give a shit. I was already thinking I've got like 8 characters to voice in here. It'd be good to get another one. Yeah.
We're going for help? Is that what we're going for?
We are going for potential aid, but also so that I have some unfinished business that I would like to attend to.
Well, that is the most forthcoming of his life he's ever been, as I said to Agenar. Okay.
What exactly do you guys need aid with? I get that the lycanthropes are outcasts that are looked poorly upon in Lorna Koth, but you probably share some kind of things with them. But well, you're a notoriously secret bunch, and I wouldn't mind knowing if I could help out a bit more for a greater cause. I'd hate to be handing over magical items to You know.
Can we just have a moment?
Absolutely. Yeah, take your time. I will stoke the fire, and I will hum to myself. You know what? More harmonica. Start playing harmonica.
Thank you.
Guess we'll go a few steps off.
Yeah.
Huddle.
Should we tell him?
I think he's
Trustworthy enough, we might get some free shit out of it if he knows we're trying to do something larger than ourselves.
Well, what are we going to tell him exactly? Because there's quite a lot going on.
I mean, that Bokt is in danger.
that the main concern is Bokt, yes.
Or that the world is on the brink of war. That might be another good one.
Well,
World's already at war.
Fair.
but how much are we going to say about Bokt?
Maybe just say that Bokt is in danger. And
Right.
that Severe wants to
Right.
attack.
We don't need to say the other
No,
stuff.
we don't need to go into specifics.
No. Okay.
Sure. Want that pearl.
Maybe he should have kept that sword.
Maybe he should have kept that sword, or I should have.
He should have.
He should have.
I make another insight check on him.
Yeah.
What? I don't know what I'm rolling for.
Dirty turncoat, Etterath. We all know it.
Azorith.
Just roll a...
Etterath is not a...
Fuck.
Roll a...
Etterath is dirty and a turncoat, but he is not a dirty turncoat.
I'm trying to see if as
I know what you're trying to say. Yeah,
he's
yeah.
going to kill him.
Yeah,
For
to
his
get the pearl.
17.
I feel like that's something forced.
What'd you get?
6.
A 6. He might. Yeah. You haven't seen this. This guy could kill for. You've seen
arms crossed.
You've seen him come out of that pearl.
Yeah.
And any chance to get a new pearl might be. It's a bit of a
He
worry.
mutters
Yeah.
under his breath. If I get some like rope and enough pearls, I can get a pearl necklace. And have all the spell stuff, and it'd be great.
All the spell stuff.
Clutch your pearls.
Everyone from Sevilla is the same, aren't they? I just think to myself.
Okay.
We are trying to aid Bokt.
Oh yeah.
Bokt is in danger from Severe and potentially everybody else.
Right. Like invasion stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I see. I've seen that stuff kind of happen before. I've been around 3 decades running. Any way to avoid that's preferable.
We're just trying to get some help, and
So what help are you looking for in Gheal Village? Armed forces, a way to get into Lorna Carth.
Sort of
Oh,
all the
no.
above,
We
maybe.
could go into Lorna Carth. Just fine if we wanted to.
So I'm trying to clear up exactly what the people of Gheal Village, how they're going to help this invasion, or stop this invasion, rather.
They're strong.
Right? Yeah.
And they can be good people.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Honestly, I'm with you. I don't really know why we're going here, to be honest. It's like, they don't have ruling council.
Well, no, they have a leader.
They're outcasts, yeah, but not
They
to
have
this whole continent.
No, they've been trying to get representation. As far as I can tell, they've been trying to get representation in the council, but the council sees them as savages. So, ongoing kind of thing. Well, you seem like good folk.
Well, you bring up a question that I was trying to get to, which is, who are we going to see and why are we going to see them? What are we going to offer them? Sorry, do I ask too many questions now?
All
We're
right.
running ass first into a situation that you're terrified of by the looks of it, and you have no fucking idea what's going on with it, unless you do. And you,
what does that mean?
were stuck in a temple for most of your life, so I don't know if you have any idea what where people are like.
Well, I mean, we did come across them in the Howling Ring, yes.
The good ones or the bad ones, quote unquote.
Well, I mean, everyone in the Howling Ring is exploring their wilder side, so
I don't know what that answer is.
Look, Etterath said
we saw
he's-
some things.
Etterath said he's got some personal business with the village. Maybe our paths will align with the greater good for Bokt. But from a few days ago, we had no leads whatsoever. Now it feels like we actually have somewhere to go, and something, though we may not know exactly what it is, hopefully will come out of this.
Are you all aware of blood magic?
Well, besides from that bloke from Severe, Spellblade.
Well, Other than Severe, Gheal Village is the number one export of blood mages.
Oh.
You sell blood mages?
No. We make them. Forge them in ourselves.
Oh.
You made
Anyone else think
them?
that sounded a little dodgy?
I'm trying to awaken that.
You
And I
breed
was-
them, you craft them with magic. What do you mean? You
I know lycanthropy is a blood curse. Is that what you're talking about?
No, there's rituals that we know how to do.
Oh.
They usually go hand in hand with the choosing and the howling ring.
Oh. I see.
So I'm going to see if maybe we can get one of those on our side. Perhaps in myself.
and then what? Ask them to get on a boat, go to Bach.
Potentially.
Great. Now that we have some sort of idea what we're going to ask them, who are we going to talk to? Who's the leader?
Book.
Book.
He's a good man.
Okay. Where what?
Bear.
Where bear? What should we avoid saying? What should we offer as terms?
I'm not too sure. Before they didn't really like outsiders, and don't know if that's changed at all. But Book, he's got a level head. If we say that what we want to do is more important than squabbles, he'll listen.
Is Book who you have... Sorry, you're going to say something, Agenar?
No.
Is Book who you have unfinished business with?
No.
Okay, we'll leave that to yourself. What do we do if we go in and Book is no longer head?
Then we find whoever the leader is and try to convince them to help us.
Okay. With your little, shall we say, not wear condition, but the other condition, and I'll just sort of like make a motion to his tattoo. Should you be the leader in this situation? Or should one of us be?
Hard to say. Be forthright with it might be a good way to do it. But either way, might as well just come up front and say that I'm a potential threat in the eyes of the council and Fiona. Maybe I can prove myself that I'm not.
What do you think? Let him take charge, or you want to take charge with the werebear?
It's a team effort.
Right. I mean, I suppose Etterath does know a bit more about the customs than I do. You know, a bit more about the organized side of things. In the Howling Ring, you know, we're not exactly interacting with civilized groups most of the time.
I'll take that as a yes. You're in charge. When we're in the village.
All right. I'll try my best.
You okay with that?
Yes, sure.
I'm fine. It's okay with me.
Well, unanimous then.
What about you, baby boy?
Oh, I don't know. I don't like the sound of that.
Terrifying. It's a honey badger were. A were honey badger.
Oh, where honey
Amazing.
badger? Oh no.
That would be fucking terrifying.
Don't give me ideas.
Do you have any family back there?
I didn't really have too much family growing up. I'm hoping that somebody that was on my side might still be kicking around there.
What was that
Maybe
about?
there's a sloth or something. I
Sharp
don't know.
intake of breath from one of the DMs.
Maybe there's a sloth.
I don't know.
What do you say? Another day's trek or what?
Yeah, if nothing gets in our way.
Like a sloth. Excellent.
So, watch sets. Who's first?
Take first watch.
I'll take last watch. Cook breakfast.
I can take any watch you want me to.
Let's do second.
You and I, second?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You mind if baby boy joins? Great. Sir, shall I stay up with you?
Yes, why not? You seem chipper.
Well, I mean, I've had an excellent day. Went for a nice stroll with Force. Contemplated existence. The usual.
He's actually quite deep.
You hear that, sir?
What? Yes.
I'm quite deep.
There's a lot to him that you can't see.
I'm sure there's a lot to him that he doesn't even know himself.
Oh, yes.
All right. I'm not sure where. Okay. We're first watch. Fine. We're second watch. Yeah.
Yeah. You okay to do third?
Right. Okay. Good. Perhaps, baby boy.
You want baby boy to stay up with you?
Me.
Yeah, I can put baby boy on Snake Patrol.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. No problem.
It.
No problem.
And what are you going to do, Agenar, if you see something moving in the shadows?
Wake everybody up. Yes.
Here, take this coin.
Oh.
Don't drop it. Flick it into the air.
Okay, and how will that help?
You know how I have 2 coins?
Right.
One screams really loudly.
Oh, right. I
This one
forgot
does
about
that really loudly.
Right. Oh, okay. That would. You don't want me to wake you all up quietly so we can,
No, better to do it sharpish.
Right.
Bad things over quickly is how I live life.
Right. Well, okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit the hay.
Oh, but before you do,
Of course.
You've got some books. Do you have anything that I could read? Maybe sort of take my mind off the snakes for a little bit.
I mean, yeah, it depends. You're looking to read something that'll kind of feed your smarts, or something that'll kind of feed your perceptiveness, your world weariness.
Oh,
They're both nonfiction, so.
Well,
But I found myself to get really, really smart with one of them, and the other one made me really wise, I guess, is the only way to say it.
Well,
No, I think I read the smart one once. I think it's a good read for you. You might enjoy it.
Oh, you think
Yeah,
so?
it's a page turner.
I've read
front to back.
I've read the wise one, it's a page turner as well. So,
Well, growing up in a temple with sort of a little bit of wisdom, but I mean, if you think it's a good read.
all right. Well, here you are.
Oh,
Enjoy.
thank you.
You have this silver book. As you kind of feel it, it's kind of cool on the outside. You open up, there are very old pages in it. You see that there are like memory and logic exercises inside it.
Cute.
Little word puzzles and Sudoku puzzles and things like that. So you're able to
Crossed out Sudokus.
Yeah. Sudokus that as you write them, they start to move around, jumble. But yeah, you have that book to take a look at
Excellent.
if you wish to. As you all bed down, Azorith, his force pops in. Azorith, you there with Sir Alpin, kind of standing by the fire, everyone else kind of asleep around you. Anything you'd like to do on your watch?
We're like in the.
You're in essentially in a timber tunnel.
Mm-hmm. We should probably maybe go outside. No, get on top of the.
Yes, I mean, you're able to see in the dark, aren't you, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we could do a little bit of reconnaissance, a little bit of perimeter search.
Sure. Let's maybe make our way on top. See if we can get a better view.
Of course, yes, of course. Kind of step out with Sir Alpin. As you step out, the dark forest lit in grayscale for you. As you look out, 120 feet of dark vision. Sir Alpin with 60 feet. You climb up on top of the tree trunk. As you do, kind of creaks underneath you. Little slate beetles kind of scurry off the top there. Quite nice up here, is it not?
Yes. Well, hopefully no more mushroom men things come though.
Yes, that was rather distressing.
How are you feeling?
I feel fine. Yes, a little bit of rumbling in my tummy, but other than that, pretty
Is that
good.
consistent? Is it
It has been. I thought maybe it was hunger. I thought maybe it was food, but no. At the moment, I feel quite fine. I feel quite happy, quite chipper.
Well, if it gets worse, do let me know, or Agenar know.
Of course. Yes. A little bit of dryness in the back of my throat. That's about it. Post-nasal drip, perhaps. Coming down with something, maybe. I don't know. I'll steer clear of people.
Yes. Right. Well, let's keep a lookout for something just for a bit.
Yes. You can go ahead and make a perception check with advantage, and I'll get a D6 from you.
D6?
Yes, please.
My God. 8. A 6 and a 2.
Wow.
And a 4.
4. Excellent. Sir Elpin with you there. He spends the night kind of just nattering on occasionally about how nice it was to walk with Force and get asked a few things about himself. He seems, like you said, chipper.
What's on your mind?
Well, plenty of things. I've been trying to figure out perhaps where I came from. Force initiated a bit of a conversation about that. I've been thinking about those mushrooms, thinking about perhaps getting back to some sort of civilization where we can not slum it on a ship or slum it in the forest or something. I miss. I think I've been in a city before. I miss city life. Sorry, dry throat. I miss all that sort of stuff.
Right, yeah, the whole you okay?
Yes, sorry, just frog in my throat, that's all.
With the whole other Alpins existing, it's sort of...
That's thrown me for a loop. Although, I believe Mr. Stance said that that Alpin was more of his ilk, a halfling.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned that it's, you're all the actual same being. I think it's just, something kind of pulls you away and sort of repurposes you.
Yes.
Under the banner of Alpin.
I wonder what being would do such a thing. Or those cards, perhaps.
Maybe if
looking upon them, I'm not sure.
Maybe if we get them all, we can find out a little more.
Gotta catch them all.
Yes, we're missing 2.
Just 2 more. That's right.
All right.
I think the smoke might be getting to me.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I think I might. I'll get back down.
Yeah, get back down there. I'll finish up.
Hair. Picks a hair from his mouth and climbs down.
And as Azorith spends the rest of his watch, he'll kind of be playing around with, similar to what he was doing a while ago, just kind of revisiting, trying to cast spells without the as much verbal or somatic components.
Excellent, yeah.
Just kind of the like mage hand or like the Ray of Frost.
Absolutely, yeah. Can you go ahead and make an Arcana check for me?
Arcana. 15 for Arcana and a sleight of hand. 8.
Okay. Yeah, as you're casting these, you're finding that the spells are coming out fine, but as you try to do them quietly or without hand gestures, you're finding you're just having to twitch your hand a little bit. And you're kind of cheating yourself out of it a little bit, but as you practice, you get closer and closer to being able to do what you wish to do. And I'm noting this progress.
I'll finish my watch.
Excellent. You finish your watch.
Hop down and go over to where Force is sleeping, kind of give a tap on the shell.
Yeah. Tung, tung, tung.
As you're knocking, Force is having a dream, which you wake him from, and the dream is just sort of this stepping off of a boat. He comes face to face with the giant bird that we saw from earlier. And he looks at it, and he looks up at it, and he sees Agnar's face to it, and it flies off and soars away. As it soars away, it goes to attack the big eel, and the big eel is Azorith, has a snake. And as he goes to run towards to help out in the battle, the two beings kind of keep getting further and further away, and he can't catch up. And he feels a hand on his shoulder, and all he hears is hard shell friend, and then a tap, 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 and he wakes up and pops out. Yes.
It's your turn.
Great.
Force, the little bit of a rumbling in your tummy, a little bit of a dryness at the back of your throat, a bit of a tickle. Odd.
Need anything?
No.
All right.
Get some sleep. I'll go over to Happen. Poke him.
You poke him, he kind of, no. It's not, whoa. Oh, hey, I forgot where I was for a second. Hey, is it our turn? Right, okay. kind of gets himself up, kind of rolls baby bean, fucking hell. Baby boy over to, towards, Agenar there. As he does, he kind of stretches himself out, stretches, and his little dingle kind of flops out a little bit through the cloak. And he goes, sorry about that. You really, I know. You want to go out and take a look around? I can make us extra sneaky.
Sure.
Right. He's going to hold out that key with the puzzle on it, and he's just going to kind of hold it up and just pointing it in the air. He turns it, and as it does, it bellows out with shadow, and he casts Pass Without a Trace from it on you two.
Well, that's quite the hand. Oh, you come with me?
Yeah, of course. I'm
Awesome.
I'm your watch buddy. You want a hand with that, or you want me to take a look myself?
We can look. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take a look myself. 24.
Great.
What'd you get?
Oh, you want me to roll?
Perception check, yeah.
I don't think I have dark vision.
You don't have dark vision?
I don't think so, as a turtle.
Okay. He looks at you as he's walking out, and he kind of sees your hesitation. He says, I
was just going around with a burning brand, so maybe I'll just hold this cloak as we're walking.
I mean, if you want to, I'm fine if you want to put on a torch or something like that. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Get yourself a torch, and I'll give you a hand.
Light it up.
Claps a hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Let there be light." And as he claps a hand on your shoulder, he gives you guidance.
Oh, D4. Am I still at disadvantage?
You're still at,
Because only 20 feet of light?
Yeah, only 20 feet of light. So give me disadvantage, but with a D4.
That's a 10 plus perception, which I believe is a 5. I was actually reading my backstory. Perception 5, 15.
With a 15, Happens kind of looking out. He points at a couple of eyes in the distance that you kind of see look upon you, and he says, "That'd be like a deer or something," and it kind of gallops off. He seems to be able to see far better than you, and he's kind of guiding you around. But after a little bit, he says, I just keep my eyes peeled, and perhaps you're better off at keeping an eye on the close range for anything coming near. So
let's just sit inside. We could hear something.
Of course.
Actually, I'll join you out here. I've got a question to ask you, and I'll just plop down next to him.
Yeah, of course. Go for it. I'm an open book.
You mentioned earlier that you found the time to leave your party. What was that time for you?
A time when we were, racked with troubles, and it didn't seem like sticking together was the thing to do. Our captain decided he didn't want to captain the ship anymore. Our cleric decided he didn't want to heal anymore. He disappeared off to the pirate lands. Our excursion to try and rescue one of our own ended with us leaving them there. And a lot of people didn't like that. And when it was floated that perhaps these things are there to try us, that didn't go down well with some people.
The old God has a plan thing.
I don't believe too much in gods, to be honest. Never done a lot for me. More, we had a plan. Our plan was rocked, and rather than investing in building ourselves up, we fractured a little bit. Not the end of the world. We're getting back together. The band's getting back together. But it was just, it was unfortunate. Yeah. So I'll say this. If you all come against some diversity, or if you lose a fight, the fight, don't give up on each other. You need each other more than you think.
At the moment, this party that I'm with currently has no plans that I think aligns with mine.
What's your plan?
It's become one of those gods that we both hate.
Are you serious?
Yes and no.
You know,
there's nothing, I think, between the three of them that I can rub together that keeps me traveling with them. The one I don't trust. One looks at me somehow down his nose. And one just, I don't think she can get on. I think she thinks the worst of me. I think they all think the worst of me. And I don't know if they ever, yeah, I think you know what I'm trying to say.
your goal is batshit insane, lunatic.
It's not my only
crazy.
goal.
No. Hear me out. Those batshit, lunatic, insane ideas aren't ones that we can do on our own. You need followers. You need people to worship you to be a god. I'm not saying that these are the people for you, but if
I'm not even trying to find worshippers. I've only ever had one friend in my life, one who I could trust and stand back to back and not worry that I'm going to get a knife in my back. There was another that was traveling with us that I thought could be close, but turned out she hid too much of the truth and it got too late.
These two friends of yours that you'd fight back to back with, do you think they'd help you become a god?
Yeah. He just lets out like his log laugh into the night.
So go get those fucking friends.
One I can, one I don't. We made a pact not to ever find each other.
Was that before or after you were going to become a god?
At the same time.
Right. Pacts can be broken for the greater good.
What is the word of a god if he breaks his word?
You're not a god yet. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Shit, loopholes. Yes.
When you become a god, don't break your word. Until then, do what you need to get what you need. These people are your friends. They haven't let you die, I assume. But if you
They haven't let me die, but the pure fact of not letting someone die means that you're a friend.
You're from here, right?
You
know which way to get to the people that you need to become a god?
Quite easily.
Just kind of gestures out into the wilderness. I mean, I give you this key. You could sneak those goggles off your bird friend and you're good to go. Right? Or do you feel some obligation? Some moral attachment? You went in the lake there. Why didn't you just keep swimming? A very, very wise Aquan once said to me, just keep swimming. She got canceled because she was a bitch to a bunch of people on her talk show. She was wise at the time.
No one's that nice.
I'm not encouraging you to leave your people, but I'm saying if you're not happy and if you're not getting what you need and if you've been completely honest with your goals, not much else you can do.
I think I'm going to hold on to what you said. Do what you got to do to get what you want. And at the moment, I guess I got to stay with them.
Until you don't need to.
Until I don't need to.
All good things come to an end. All mediocre things come to an end. All shit things come to an end. I'll let you decide which category this is in. And believe me, I understand. So, if you need help, I'm a helpful guy. Been making things happen for 3 decades running. All I ask is that when you do become a god, you look down, give me a wink every now and then.
Sure.
Your patronage would be appreciated.
Not as a worshipper, though.
No, fuck no, I wouldn't worship you.
Of course not.
No.
Who fucking believes in gods?
But I'd spread the word. Hard to argue with a giant turtle looking down upon you. Who in their right mind, in a world where gods are evidently are evidently present, would not believe in gods?
I know, right? Yeah, I'll wink at you now with a little piece of advice. Maybe get your sword back, because I think that pearl's going to be pinched or tried to be pinched later.
Noted.
And with that, I think that will bring us to the end of our sort of like...
Excellent. It is time for you to wake up Agenar there. If you would like to wake up Agenar.
I'll go over shake Agenar. Shh. Don't scream. It's your watch.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me there were more snakes.
No, I just didn't want... No, I would kill the snakes before I woke you up.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Baby boy's
yes.
here for you. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Keep him with you there.
So everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
Right.
It's absolutely
Fucking
fine.
Dory.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Got the Dory. I said, no.
Just checking if I can. That'll fucking do. There's nothing else I can help you. Good luck.
oh, thank you.
I got a bit of a grumpy belly before I go to bed. Could you,
Oh,
maybe try and do something about it?
of course.
Mom, I threw up.
So how long has this been going on?
A couple of days. Like a day. Since the last night. Fuck, it was only last night.
I asked you if you were feeling all right, and you were like, I'm all right.
Yeah, gonna mark down one business day.
Solid input. Just a note on the way. One business day.
Oh, right. So,
Shit. Go ahead.
so since last night, before or after I asked if you were all right?
About that time.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're asking now. Okay, and I'm gonna do like a medical.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
That is, I believe.
I can fly. Hey. No, can't sing his songs. Fuck.
Medicine is a 23.
23. Excellent. You look over Force. Doesn't seem to be any external signs of anything. He might be running it ever so slightly warm over the forehead. And as you open up his mouth and the firelight shines in, you would see the back of his throat. Looks to be just 2 or 3 stringy tendrils or something coming from deep in his throat that just seem to be tickling his uvula, just moving very, very gently.
Yeah.
Getting visceral reactions from the cast.
Oh.
Making him squirm.
Are you touching something?
No, I'm just looking. Okay. So you said your stomach didn't feel well. Is anything else not feeling well?
Yeah.
Just that tickle in the back of your throat.
Just a tickle in the back of my throat.
Yeah, at the moment.
Right. Yes. And when did that start?
Right. Oh, the tickle. So, can I go out?
No. Just leave it open for now.
Alright.
I'm just going to try
What is it?
Is everything all right? What is going
and
on?
I'm going to.
I'm trying to fall asleep, but all I'm hearing is like. Why are you? Hang on. Why are you awake?
I just woke it up and it was loud. That's why.
All right.
I'm
Okay, fine.
gonna try to.
He's going to cast invisibility on himself via the key and go invisible for the first hour. Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay, what level?
I
stick your hand
can
in
cast
my
it
mouth?
at a higher level, can't I? I'm concerned about this, so I'm going to cast it at third level.
Third level. Excellent.
Give
Your whole
that a
hand in my
go.
mouth?
Can you go ahead,
First level.
roll a
Third level.
d20 for me?
Just like.
Can you go ahead, roll a d20 for me and add your
Nothing.
wisdom modifier? I need you to make a spell casting check for
Oh,
me.
no.
Okay, how do I do it at a higher spell slot? Oh, I just press.
You just press it, yeah, and it'll
Okay.
automatically just knock it off. But yes, with a third level, I'm still going to need
Yes, rolling.
an Arcana, spell casting check, please, which is your d20 plus your spell casting modifier, so plus your
That
wisdom.
is spellcasting
Just the +3 your
modifier.
Yeah.
13.
13. Okay. As you lesser restore, you kind of touch him and you watch as those
I see
alive tendrils, those mycelium,
Mm-hmm.
kind of shrink back down into the throat.
that. Oh, what did you do? Oh, Scratch is gone.
Oh. Okay.
And tickles a little bit further down now.
I don't
Behind
know
your Adam's
if
apple.
further or not.
Prefer what?
It's scratchy a little lower.
Oh. So it's still scratchy.
It'd be fine.
No. You said you were fine yesterday and you're not fine today. No. I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
Excellent.
Can I, as she's casting it, can I pump some lay on hands into me as well to see if that will like aid the healing magic?
I will go ahead, Agenar, if you want to describe how you cast Lesser Restoration. I'm going to get you to make another spell casting check with advantage, with force pumping in.
However many you want. Up to, I'll probably like, if she looks worried, I'll go with 20 or 40.
20 or 40.
Jeez.
Okay. Yes, but I need a description of how you're casting it.
Agenar looking quite visibly worried and hands sort of shaking a little bit. Not quite sure where exactly to center this kind of healing exactly. And now that it's gone out of sight, just not really being 100% certain on it. It's just going to awkwardly sort of and then place like one hand. I guess how much of a neck does Force have?
It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle necks.
Yeah.
Like imagine that.
Collarbone
Yeah.
and neck coming
Yeah.
out from the thing.
Yeah.
It's like shell and then neck.
Yeah. So just like both hands on his neck and just say, Brigantia, please help with this.
As your hands glow, what did you roll as your spellcasting check?
I rolled a 10.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Again, it kind of moves down lower and then starts to build up again, very, very slowly,
Ugh.
imperceptibly. Just like scratchy something in your throat.
It's less gross when Caleb is
Not even
doing
scratchy, almost like
Oh,
tickly.
am I ruining it?
Yeah.
I'll
that. No,
just do
you're
one.
making it more palatable.
That's good. It's got you got it. It's great.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Fucking insight check.
So check, make a deception check for me, Force, please. If you just, you're going to add a deception is a +4 for you, Force.
Okay. It's a dirty 20. for
Dirty
me.
20, nice.
I got 9.
Yeah, he's bullshitting you.
Force.
Hey.
I don't want to alarm you, but I think this might be quite serious.
Well, if you're worried about me, you should probably also be worried about the other one who had something down his throat.
But we all did, and I'm not feeling like that.
Oh, I only saw one other person. Sorry.
No, it happened to me. I'm feeling fine.
Maybe we should do a check on everybody else.
You saw everything. You saw Force bite it. You saw Sir Elpin pinned to the ground with it. You saw that everyone had it on them at one point. Everyone.
Right.
You, Etterath.
And I'm feeling okay.
You feel okay, as far as you can tell, yeah.
I mean, well, you did bite it.
Yeah, I ate some.
Right. I'm not going to say anything, but...
What do you do if something's in your mouth that you don't want there? You bite.
And then you spit it out.
Oh, no, I swallow.
Are you guys gonna stop talking because I can't?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm good to go to bed.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna go lie down now. It's okay. You're good. Go give baby boy a belly scratch.
You wake
check on
me
me
up
in the morning.
and tell me if you're feeling anything. Ever.
Okay. As you dip into your watch, can you go ahead and roll a d6 for me?
A 5.
Beautiful. As you take your watch with baby boy alongside with you, baby boy kind of ducks out of the... scurries around a little bit, comes back in, kind of wagging his tail, and then heads out again. He doesn't seem to be alert at any point to anything happening, anything dangerous. He just seems to be trotting in and out, coming in and out, sitting with you for a bit, and then sniffing and just scuttling off. Is there anything else you would do on your watch before we get to Etterath?
I think with baby boy sort of exploring, not take a quick look with the goggles outside.
Yeah. You can make a quick perception check for me.
Just quickly.
Yeah.
Where was that roll when I was that is an 18.
18, yeah. Looking around, no sign of any creatures or anything following, chasing, looking for you. Yeah, you'd see the off toward to the north, towards the direction where you're hoping to head. You might see the odd kind of reflection of lensed eyes as the firelight kind of catches them, but they kind of disappear pretty quickly. There's nothing sitting looking at you, as far as you can tell. Yeah, and your watch comes to an end.
Go and sit by the fire and sort of read the book.
Excellent. Yeah, as you read through this book, you gather that it would take a long time to pour through this, but as you read it, you can already feel like the cloudiness of your head is clearing ever so slightly. And after reading for an hour, you gather you've gotten a portion of sanity back or intelligence back. As you end your watch, it's time to wake up Etterath.
Just going to walk over to Etterath and sort of take a moment to see whether he looks like he's like mid-dream or anything.
His skin looks a little pale, a little translucent-y.
Agnar's gonna just no, I'm not gonna do that.
Do it, coward.
I think I don't know if I have any rations or like, do we have any food from like who cooked?
Yeah, you'd have a little bit of food, a little bit of ration.
Just gonna like gently like waft some like pleasant smells. Etterath.
I'm on it.
Etterath.
Swap the deck shit.
She's gonna like tap him to wake him up.
Morning.
Hello. Yes, it's time for watch. Yes.
Yep.
Sleep okay?
Surprisingly well.
Right.
All things considered.
Yes. ground and all that. Are you feeling all right?
I'll be honest, the good feeling that I had yesterday's feel like it's wearing off a little bit. I feel clammy.
You look
clammy.
Clammy. And is your stomach okay?
Oh yeah, that feels fine.
And your throat?
No more than usual.
Right. Oh, okay. Do you mind if I take a quick look?
Make a medicine check for me.
Make a constitution against halitosis.
It's not that dirty.
Morning. I don't think anyone has nice breath in the morning.
Can confirm.
Etterath's morning breath.
Medicine check,
I
please.
do medicine. Mathematics is a 10.
10. Yeah. Looks perfectly fine.
All right. Well, just getting that look about you like before. You can close your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll close my mouth now.
Right. Okay. You wake me up if you start feeling sick.
Yep.
Good. Okay.
Excellent. As Agenar pops off to bed, you awaken. No sign of morning light just yet. You can hear the creatures starting to wake up, very, very early, starting to wake up. And as you awaken, you look over at this point. Happen has become visible once more. He's kind of sleeping there. He's wrapped around the pearl.
I'm never getting it.
As he's wrapped around the pearl there, you kind of look down at him. You feel the weight of this beautiful kind of scimitar. It's light, very light. You still feel the weight of it, but it feels like it almost like feathery, like it almost floats with you. And as you kind of stretch and crack a few vertebrae, you hear a voice.
Well, howdy there, Etterath. Pleasure to meet you.
The fuck is going on?
And that's where we're going to leave this session.
I want to know the name.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Thank you for listening to Theater of the Mind Flayer. If you like what you heard, give us a like, give us a review, rate us 5 stars. If you want to hear more, follow us on Patreon for more exclusive content and extra goodies. And make sure you follow us on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Theater of the Mind Flayer or at mindflayer_pod. Thanks.